We now know more about why gymnast Simone Biles pulled out of the U.S. women's gymnastics team final today at the Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Biles says that she is struggling with mental health issues. She said that after she struggled in her first event today on the vault, she did not want to compete in the other team events, so she thought she would take a step back. Biles says she has been seeing a therapist and is going to use tomorrow as a mental health day.
And it's been really stressful, this Olympic Games, I think, just as a whole, not having an audience. There are a lot of different variables going into it. It's been a long week. It's been a long Olympic process. It's been a long year. So just a lot of different variables, and I think we're just a little bit too stressed out. But we should be out here having fun, and sometimes that's not the case.
Biles says she may compete again on Thursday in the individual competitions. Joining us live this afternoon to talk more about this is San Jose State University Assistant Professor of Public Relations and Sports Communication, Sean Fletcher. I mean, one vault, Sean, that's it. I mean, she was done. She pulled herself out. We just don't see this often. I mean, athletes, I was one of them, tend to fight through it, right? Where this is that need to win mentality first. We'll deal with everything else later. So for me to watch that was kind of a reminder that even superstars in our world feel the pressure. They may not see it, but they feel the pressure. What did you see from this, Sean? What did you learn from this?
Well, on a couple of different levels. Selfishly, as a sports fan, I believe like most, I was disappointed that I was not going to be able to see arguably the greatest pound-for-pound athlete on this planet. But at the same time, I was very heartened. I was very encouraged and proud of her that she was really willing to use the world's largest stage to take a stand for something much larger than sport, which is our mental health.
You know, she's 24 years old. Going into this, she really was considered the greatest gymnast, or one of them out there. And she said a line to reporters today. We heard her in that soundbite, but this one kind of stuck out for me. She said, "It hurts my heart that doing what I love has been kind of taken away from me to please other people," end quote. Is she talking about the weight of a nation, Sean, right there on her shoulder, and that mentally it just kind of overcame her?
I believe so. And she mentioned as such in her press conference. No one can truly understand, and the reporter, I believe, mentioned it. No one can truly understand what Simone Biles has on her shoulders. Much like Naomi Osaka, when she withdrew from a couple of marquee events, not small events, marquee events, citing her mental health. I believe that she understands not only that her team was counting on her, but also that this nation put a tremendous amount of stress and pressure on her to perform. And she knew that she could not do it. But I think she also knew the stigma that surrounds mental health still to this day, and that she was going to have to face answers.
You know, as you mentioned, we saw Naomi Osaka, you know, the tennis star did take that break a few weeks back. So do you Sean, foresee more of this? Do you see athletes taking a closer look at their mental state?
I think they have to. I absolutely see this continuing. And quite honestly, I believe that it has always been there. But simply because of the stigma that surrounds mental health, we've seen a lot of excuses shrouded in DNPs and load management and other labels that didn't allow for us to truly really know what the true reason for our athletes not performing and or not showing up in their respective sports were. So I absolutely can continue seeing this happening going forward. And I think it needs to, because sport needs to continue to adjust that these are not emotionless athletes. These athletes actually need to take care of their mental well-being.
Well, kind of like you said at the top, selfishly, you know, I hope as a fan I get to see her perform maybe Thursday. I know she hasn't made that decision as of yet because she is just phenomenal out there in all aspects of gymnastics. But at the same time, this morning we did see gold medals basically take a back seat to mental health. And, you know, we have to understand that we as humans have to care for our own mental health. Very important. Sean, appreciate the conversation. Thank you.